Welcome to the Hoppothetically Podcast with Nikki Downtown and Fat Nate. We provide thoughtful and correct answers to probably the most important questions in the world. I'm a New York City-based comedian. Nathan is a New York City-based dyslexic. Thank you so much for being here. We hope you enjoy the show. All right, Hoppothetically, episode 45. Welcome back. We got a great guest, Ben Kirschenbaum. Thanks for joining us.
How are you? Hoppings.
Good, yes. So you guys haven't met.
You introduced us. Why did you...
Well, the audience doesn't know I've introduced you, so I'm catching everyone up. They haven't met until moments ago. We usually start by having the guest say something mean about Nathan, so then you guys get to know each other.
I got nothing mean about Nathan.
You've been in here for like 15 minutes.
Yeah, you've had
must
so
have
much
something.
time. Anything.
To develop something, the refrigerator, little weird.
Ooh.
How bare it is.
I invited you in my home. What the fuck
really
is
mad.
this, dude?
What's wrong with checking someone's refrigerator without asking and then insulting it? What
It's fine to check it, but it's another thing. I invite you in my home. I invite you to like get a drink from my fridge. Those cost like $1 per.
No,
and
they
you're
don't.
gonna judge? Yeah, they don't. Like 30 cents. But you judged it.
Has anyone ever, during the insult thing, when Nathan reacts to it, just like Venmo'd him and just walked out?
So sorry. Anything been going on with you guys this week?
I started getting shots because I have psoriasis.
Okay.
And they do it in the stomach. And I've never actually gotten a shot in the stomach. Have you got one before? Like in the tummy? What they do is they like lift your shirt up and then they pinch all the fat you have and then put the shot in there. And when she was doing it, I went like, ugh. And she was like, is this hurt? And I went, no.
Yeah, not the shot.
Yeah, it's just that you've pinched all my fat.
Right.
And I, when I got home from it, I immediately went on like a 5-mile run. Oh. Because I was just so devastated.
That'd be so cruel if she pinched the fat and you were like, where's the shot? She's like, no, I'm just checking
still
something.
on your arm.
Yeah.
Pinches your fat, doesn't it?
I just wanted to see what you were working with. And this is a lot.
I feel like if I went in to get a shot, they would just be like, okay, and
Yeah,
grab
just go
all
right there.
For the listeners at home, I'm losing my chin. I notice every day.
What does that mean, though? You're
Just getting more...
like a turkey, like
like
one of those.
the gizzard. Yeah. And no one in my family has a chin.
Yeah, they all have.
It's like lip goes straight into their belly button.
Yeah.
Do you like having a little scruff then?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I haven't been clean shaven in years.
Do you look at like chickens to see how you can style and shape your? Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, we'll do that more. Or maybe I do that less. I don't know. What would you guys lean into it, or
I would lean into
have
it.
a really still head?
I want to say I'd lean into it, but I know my personality, and I don't think
I feel
would.
like at some point, I feel like at some point, other people are gonna see how loose it is, and they're gonna want you to do it. So they're gonna be like doing that while you talk, hoping that you'll mimic it.
Yeah, hoping that I disagree with whatever they said. No, fuck.
You're Horton from Horton Hears a Who.
It's actually Horton Hears a Whom.
Is that really what it is?
No. I'm going to start doing that, though.
It's Horton Hears a Who, but when you pick up the thing and really listen to the flower, you notice that they're all just screaming fat jokes at you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're really mean. And they're
Well,
like
you could
really
make
mean.
up, because no one else can hear them, so I would make up what they were saying. I'd be like, no, they're saying I have a huge cock.
Yeah.
Yeah, but-
What flower? Yeah.
Yeah, but then at the end of the movie, they all scream loud enough, and then you can hear it, and then everyone else would hear all these fat jokes and be like, "Dude, you lied about it the whole time."
Yeah. What if they were doing, like, 9/11 stuff? Or
What?
the N-word? I don't know why you went fat jokes and not the N-word. That's clearly more...
Why are they calling an elephant the N-word?
Yeah,
They're just saying it.
they're just shouting.
Oh, they're just.
Yeah, they're just shouting it. They realize that they're not alone. They see this giant, like, how can we make the most impact with the least amount of... Well, I got it.
It's almost the opposite store where people are like, "Wait, why are you holding that?" Like, no reason. Don't get close to this
But
flower.
Horton is reporting what they're saying the N-word over and over again, and they're like, "Please stop saying the N-word." He's like, "It's not me. It's
Yeah, it's them. It's like, well, then put down the flower.
It's this world within a flower. I'm not racist.
I'm an elephant.
This flower is racist."
All right, so everybody on the flower. So it's a whole world of people making fat jokes?
Yeah, just everyone's doing it, but all kind of in unison. Like, it's almost beautiful if it wasn't so devastating.
I would be bummed if I was Horton and I handed it to somebody else and was like, look, they just keep making fat jokes, and someone else gets it and they're like, no, they're not making fat jokes. They're
being
just saying,
really
hey.
nice.
Yeah, they seem chill.
Well, it depends. I mean, the elephant could use it as like fuel, like
Get really
and drop
good
shit
shape.
late.
Horton, why are you jacked? I have an amazing personal trainer. A world of personal
This
trainers.
flower just keeps calling me a fat bitch. Whatever works for you, Horton. Yeah.
The flower would wilt Ever think about that?
Yeah,
a
they
world
would.
on a dying flower. That's kind of poetic.
Yeah. And what's weird is
That's
they
how I
wouldn't,
feel my life is in Brooklyn.
even though they're all going to definitely die and they could ask Horton to help, they keep making the fat jokes. They're committed. They'll all, as a society, die for this cause.
Well, because they've got like a really good one. Like they're like, all right, we're going to stop. And then they think of one where it's like, that's good.
Yeah, if you had a whole world of people all working
thinking
together
of
to
stuff,
come up with
yeah.
fat jokes, you could come up with some amazing.
Oh, it's a great writers team.
Yeah. Horton's like, I never considered that's how fat I was.
They go on strike.
Yeah, these jokes are so good, Horton should pay us. They brought in Horton's mom and stuff. Have you guys heard any new fat jokes lately?
No, I haven't heard a fat joke in forever. Not since I stopped being fat.
Do you miss not having your fat fingers on the pulse?
But when you stop being fat, then you get to be the maker. That's the... No one told you? You get to be on the other side.
That's fair. I'm still kind of too doughy for it, though. Like, I'm
I
not
see.
skinny enough to be on
Everyone
the fun
sees.
side. Yeah.
You're not... Okay, I see what you're saying. You're just the... You can be an arbitrator.
I can count score, but I don't get to play either side of the fence.
Okay, but you get to put up the, 7.
On how much it would have hurt your feelings.
Yeah.
Were you fat as a kid?
I had chubby phases, but I was never... I wouldn't say fat kid. How about you?
I got that like middle school fat where
Nice.
you're like skinny but you have like tits kind of.
Yeah. And then I stretched out. What a weird term that is. That gets stretched out.
You could have said grow.
Yeah.
You chose stretched out.
Nah, he's all stretchy.
Well, that's what it looks like because you get that.
You
you're
get those
skinny but your
lines.
head's big.
And you get those like lines on your back and stuff where it looks like someone has pulled you.
Oh, the stretch marks.
marks.
Yeah.
I had those on my ass.
I was fat enough that I didn't get anything. I just had enough skin.
Your body was like, we're ready.
we're
We know where this is
Grow
going.
as much as you want.
yeah, we've been prepared for years.
Okay, wait. So it's Horton. Here's the whom thing is fun, right?
Yeah.
That's not bad.
That's
pretty good, yeah.
Where's
Where's a whom bad?
The cat within that. You just start doing it.
Do you think they could say something mean enough to justify what would effectively be their genocide?
Well, I mean, maybe that is why. So, what are they saying in the book?
They just want to exist.
Yeah,
they're like,
just
please
begging
don't,
for life. Yeah.
Oh,
because they're so fragile. I mean, they're on a flower.
Yeah.
that's so
And
stupid.
Well, everyone else is trying to. For some reason, the whole big world is trying to kill you.
Is it like not a nice flower?
They're fine. It's like imagine if we went.
It's a dandelion, so you just want to
all right.
blow it.
I'd fuck it. Yeah.
What are those flowers you want to blow? Are those
Dandelions.
dandelions?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those. So you're just like,
Oh, you
blow
got
it.
it. Yeah.
Don't blow it. And constantly to hear it gets it really close, and I feel like he's just teasing everybody with it. Like he's getting it really close to his mouth, but he won't just vaporize an entire society by going.
But wouldn't you think that he would do that? The flower, if they were smart, that they would just compliment Horton. They would do the opposite of the fat jokes in order to survive, rather than like be whiny.
I feel like though, if I saw someone fat enough to where I could get away with making fat jokes with my doughy physique, I would take advantage.
Even if it meant death of everyone.
Yeah.
If you had a really good bit,
Yeah,
If you had
because
a
also,
really, yeah.
or like if you're really fat in the little flower world, Horton is so goddamn fat that even you can make fat jokes and people will laugh.
Horton wouldn't be fat. I mean, because they're a speck on a flower. So Horton is the size of like a
sun,
he's
like
he's
the sun.
inconceivably large.
Yeah.
But now you just sound like Horton making himself feel better. He's like, oh, I'm not fat. I'm just like perspective wise.
I'm just husky.
Yeah, I'm galactic. If you were on a speck and an alien, what would you say to them?
I don't know any good fat jokes. I feel like the fat jokes I know are like the hacky ones you know when you're like a little kid. Like
Like you kind of peak in middle school and then you
Yeah.
just stop thinking and learning new ones.
so fat you got on a scale and a sign came up that said one at a time. That's
Yeah. I like it.
That's not bad. You're
That
so
is
fat.
true. It's
just you're so fat that a sign comes up at all.
That is interesting that it's a whole class of joke that is only written by middle schoolers.
Yeah, because like at that time it's like
As
a
opposed to like
currency.
scholars.
Yeah, think about how good if like the Harvard Lampoon team was like, all right, we're doing fat this week.
Yeah, but children are so purely mean. If the Lampoon did it, it would be like, you're so cherubic. You know, you'd be like, what the fuck is this?
Goddamn libtards.
I bet they're fat.
Do you remember Yik Yak?
Yeah.
It was a social media app, and it may have been after you're like 40. It may have been later.
Are you 40?
No.
I'm 25.
33.
Oh.
33, 40, whatever, older than me.
Age-wise, I'm the Horton to your flower. Yeah. Just anything big. Yeah.
I don't get it.
It's too much.
I'm confused. It was a social media, but it was anonymous, so it just became cyberbullying. And somebody I remember posted a sincere opinion about abortion on it, and I just was like, I bet you're fat. And I'm still so happy. Because people were like debating, and I was like, you're fat. I know you're fat. This is anonymous, but everyone knows you're fat. Like, jeez. I don't even remember which way they came down on abortion.
Pro-food.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you had it in college, which isn't even that bad. I had it in high school, and that was a lot
that's
more
not
intense.
right.
Yeah, it was bad. There was one kid that tried to get the police involved, and there was just nothing.
Oh,
People
wow.
started going down harder on him. He made a TED talk about it. TEDx.
Oh, TEDx.
Yeah, we didn't really.
TEDx is I had a sandwich last week. I mean, that's fuck TEDx.
You're in like a death cult, and there's a new guy just joined the cult, and you want to haze him. My first thought, you're like, oh, we're drinking the death Kool-Aid today. And he's like, oh, okay, this is what and then it's just piss or something. We're all dead, and he's not dead.
When the cops come and ask what happens, he has to explain that he drank pee.
I thought I was going to die. I'm embarrassed.
Rather than explain that it looks like he murdered all these people. It's like,
We tested your system. You're pee. Can you test for that?
Yeah, you have pee in your body. Well, yeah. I mean,
No, but not that other.
It's in your bloodstream. Maybe a fun prank is you're going to summon Cthulhu or whatever, and you do all the ritual, and someone just sack taps him. I see Cthulhu. Fuck.
Cthulhu is a sack tapper. That's what Cthulhu is just a middle-aged boy.
And now we have to make the sacrifice. Boom.
Yeah. You are we going to sacrifice a virgin? No, we have to just smack you in the balls once. Okay.
You could keep demanding that he is the virgin that they're sacrificing. He's like, I'm not a
Just
virgin.
keep insisting.
Yeah, it's like, no, you're a virgin.
Come on,
We
dude.
see you, dude.
Why else are you here? Jeez.
His only way to get out of it is to convince him that he fucks.
I bet most people who join cults like that are virgins. So when they're like, we have to sacrifice a virgin, everyone's like, yeah. We better find one somewhere.
I'm gonna fuck one in heaven, so I'm gonna fuck myself. I'm just gonna masturbate. How do you prank someone who wants to die? I mean, that's a tough
Yeah,
prank.
could you still pants them? Would
Existential.
that mean anything anymore? Or would they not?
But whatever your prank is, they could just kill themselves afterwards.
Yeah.
You got a little dick. I don't care. I don't care about anything.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
And a lot of the cults, the main guy fucks everybody's wife. What if you're the one guy whose wife he didn't fuck?
Oh, man, that'd be pretty good.
That's sort of a sophisticated fat joke.
You're so fat that
It's
go on
all
for 10
implied.
minutes. Oh, I thought it was just like a line that a middle schooler would say. You're so fat that if we were in a death cult story and I were the leader.
Yeah.
I was listening to an interview with Eric Andre, and halfway through, I'm like, should I be a prank comic? But the thing is, I'm not good at them, and I don't have the ball. I mean, these people, Eric Andre is crazy.
I've done office pranks, but I won't ever go past a 3.
I heard these, it was this guy who was in some part of the military. I forget. I guess I don't respect his service that much. Anyway, but he was telling me that they had this prank. They called it Jack or Pass.
Okay.
And he's like, what it was they were stationed in the desert somewhere, and you had to go into an outhouse and masturbate. And you either had to come or you'd pass out. And I was like, how is that a prank? And he was like, what?
Must have been the Coast Guard. Wait, jack off or pass? Wait, obviously.
You would jack
It's
off,
so
but it was so hot
in
that you
the
would
thing.
probably pass out. So the game was try and come before you pass out. And also you're in an outhouse, so it's full of your comrades' poop.
That's not great.
Or some people come really fast. They're perfect. I thought this was only being my fantasies.
Dude, you didn't even touch your dick.
Came with the thought. You didn't even get all the way in. I don't know. Could there be any pranks within the Manson family kind of a thing? They
Weren't
killed
some of them aspiring actresses? Or that was just who they killed, Sharon Tate?
Sharon Tate.
I was going to say if some of them were actresses or something, you pretend that they got a big role.
Devastate them before they die.
Yeah. Nah, you're just depressed in a cult.
Yeah, this sounds less pranky and more like Harvey Weinstein. Do you think he saw what he was doing as pranks? Gotcha!
Plant. Just doing pranks on the plant.
Wait, did he masturbate masturbate on a plant?
I thought
him?
that was him. Yeah.
I don't
I
know.
thought that was Louis C.K.
I think he was on his own stomach. That's always what I assumed, but I actually don't know.
It's just in my mind.
Yeah.
I actually don't read the
That makes
articles.
it
I just
worse.
see they Me Too'd and then I make a whole story.
Yeah, wow. He hung upside down and jacked off into his own mouth?
What?
No.
Kevin Spacey.
He should get canceled. That's horrible.
Yeah, your mind is.
I think that would make it way less devastating if I walked in and someone was hanging backwards and jerking off into their own mouth just because of the novelty of it.
The, like, spectacle?
You'd be like kind of amazed by it. Like, that's impressive.
Oh, you wouldn't say like I've been Me Too'd. You would say like I've been. Wow.
It's like, I need to clap. Like, that's the
But
appropriate.
it's Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, or like ask how he did it.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I can't.
I will
Magicians
sue you unless you answer one question. How did you
come.
I think Weinstein was the plant. Someone was the plant. I didn't make up jerking off into a plant. Otherwise, boy, am I an original. You mind if I...
Yeah, you can Google it.
What if you got a job as the HR department for a cult?
I feel like you're just trying to get people out of there. People are like, they said something really upsetting. It's like, we have 3 days left. Come on.
He's the plant guy.
Why is everybody so... He must have done other stuff, right? Why is everybody so mad at that?
He's got to have done other stuff.
He promised a plant was going to be like a big the love interest in Batman.
You're going to be in the new Little Shop of Horrors. Wait, you're saying...
HR department in a cult.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Probably be confusing, too, because someone would come... Like, I heard that you said that so-and-so should kill themselves. It's like, yeah, that was a compliment. Like,
Yeah.
Do you think you could just convince them that that's part of the ritual? It's like, no, that had to happen so we all get to
Yeah,
ascend.
grab my ass. Yeah, well, Cthulhu doesn't come unless...
Yeah. It's not free will.
Yeah. Whatever your sacred text would be, you should just add in a few HR complaints just to be safe, you know? So it's like, no, it's written in the book.
This looks like it was written in your handwriting.
No.
It's in a different color pen. Shut up.
Are you guys, like, into cult stuff? Like, documentaries on them and that stuff?
I watched one of the advertisements for the Angel thing, but it creeped me out. I watched it at night, and I just immediately went to bed. Like, that was horrifying.
What's the angel thing?
The cult that all drank the Kool-Aid and killed themselves?
That one I think wouldn't have gotten me. Just when they were like, because they were in the U.S. and they all moved to like somewhere in South America.
Remember?
I wouldn't do that. I could see myself drinking the Kool-Aid, but I'm like, I'm not going to
You're not gonna
fucking Brazil. Fuck you.
Depends. It depends where we're going.
I don't know.
Argentina. Yeah.
There's no AC. No, I'm not doing that.
Yeah. The winter is summer. The summer is winter. You're just Woody Allen.
Bullshit.
I have to commute to kill myself? Nah.
I think I would get caught in a cult though. Or like a personality cult. I used to listen to Sam Harris's political podcast, and then I also started listening to his meditation app. And I was like, this guy's in my head a lot.
During
This
the
guy makes sense on
meditations?
every issue. That's pretty cool.
Do you think during the meditation, if he was like, and now you drink the Kool-Aid, that you would do it?
Well, it's an app, so did I prepare it?
Well, yeah, the instructions for preparation would also be in the meditation.
No.
Okay.
It's kind of scary because, like, probably you'd be more prone to that if you were better at meditating.
He just says that's him testing you. See, you weren't really meditating. If you were really into it, you'd be dead right now. Which I didn't want. I was just demonstrating that you have a long way to go.
And it works both ways, because if they do kill themselves, they won't hear that second part about how they didn't do it.
There have definitely been people where I was like, oh, this person makes sense, like on a lot of stuff. But I feel like I grow tired of them, or maybe they say one thing where I'm like, not
I get
anymore.
really into stuff and like ideas. I think not a person, but like a belief system could really get me.
That's cool of you, dude.
Yeah.
Really into ideas. Wow.
Yeah.
But I definitely hero worship people.
But there is like a bell curve sort of a trajectory that happens where I'm like, this guy's interesting. This guy's amazing. And then I see all the other people that are saying he's amazing. And I'm like, I feel weird
Yes, that's a big
that
deal.
we're all into this. And then I'm like, fuck that guy.
You're the coach of a little league team, and it's the big game next week. But the other team, they have all like the comeback story, like sports movie tropes.
That's great.
Like where all of them are misfits that all have fought adversity, and the coach hasn't like won a game in years.
Sorry,
The
No,
coach
right,
is a
yeah, you
virgin,
describe it, yeah,
and it's
yeah.
he's trying to redeem himself from like his big loss in 2006 or something. And your team is just a bunch of star athletes. What are you going to do to win this game? Do you think as a coach you could maim some of the kids?
Right, we need to be the underdogs.
Yeah.
I would start one retarded kid, and he would level out all my superstars.
Wait, what sport are we playing? I was going to say retarded in like football might actually be like
not bad. Yeah.
Yeah. Where'd you find this kid?
Why do you keep calling him Rudy? Shut up.
I was just getting it purely from Rudy. That was my. Aren't they great?
You have 1 week and you have to try to even the playing field because you look at them and they're so scrappy and they just clearly learned teamwork. And you're like, fuck.
Shit. Yeah. And the star player is from like his father abandoned him, and now the coach is kind of like a father figure.
Yeah. And your all-star got MVP this season. It's like, Jesus Christ.
He's fucking the prom queen. Yeah, no, it's bad. He's in middle school.
Yeah,
he's
right.
fucking. It's crazy.
I think I would have to like try to tempt the other team with material. Like I would just leave like bags of money around, and hopefully they would be corrupted.
Or you would feed them more bullshit. Like you'd feed them the more like, no. Winning is actually just getting on the field and putting your uniform on.
Doing like a Coach Carter, where it's like it's not important that you win, but you guys could all go to college.
Yeah, it's the friends. It's your friends you made along the way.
It's
Stop
the friends.
trying.
Yeah.
If you guys lose this game, it'll be even crazier next season when you win the championship.
Do you think you get really angry? Like if your team was doing good in the first half, do you think you try to sabotage your own team? Because you can't win the first half, because then they're definitely coming back from that.
I feel like we have very different mindsets. My mindset was, how do you motivate yourself and your team when you know you're the bad guys in the story?
Oh, mine was like, if you're
you're a killer.
Be the really bad guys. I would go into the other team's locker room at the halftime when the coaches give the amazing speech, and I would just be like, no. Like I would keep interrupting the speech. No. You feel bad because you're bad. This guy's gay and he's too young to admit it.
Life's a game of inches. What?
Yeah. No, if you were winners, you would know by now. My team knew when they were babies.
We played them 10 times. They may beat us 9, but not this game. No.
That's not gonna happen.
Yeah, this kid has a scholarship. What do you guys do?
Yeah, but I think bullying isn't gonna work, because bullying is what they always
That's
bully.
what motivates them.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. If you bully, you're like definitely gonna win. You can't go that way, because you're just feeding into
the
it.
whole premise of this is so funny. What makes them unbeatable is that they're terrible.
Awful, yeah. I think you have to like Mr. Beast it and try to like fix their ailments.
Here's your dad. Turns out he's pretty cool.
They can walk now and they're not blind anymore, and they're excellent. They're just regular people again.
What sport were we playing?
Wait, what are we doing? Why was it physical? You really don't respect baseball.
Because they're such underdogs. That's why they're so great.
Okay.
Giving them money.
I think if you make them rich enough, it counteracts whatever was going on in their home life.
They go into the locker room at halftime and there's just prostitutes that I have hired.
And drugs.
Who have sex with underage basketball players.
You plant drugs.
Which costs a little more, but not as much as you'd think more. The prostitutes are the real. They come out and win the championship.
Yeah, he also had daddy issues. Fuck.
Yeah. You're hanging out in a public place, and a guy comes up with a petition he wants you to sign demanding more neurodiverse mall Santas. You can ask questions, whatever you want.
But neurodiverse, like what, like ADD? That'd be a
that
terrible
can be a question
Santa.
if you want.
No,
I want a pony and a candy and a...
No, people,
what the fuck you say?
No, people aren't asking for like dyslexic mall Santas. They want like neurodiverse. Like get in there.
So what's a good? Give me.
Would you ask the guy the petition like how neurodiverse?
Yeah. How?
Say when.
Because whoever you pick, kids are in their laps. Would you ask that? Would you say how neurodiverse?
No,
and like, why does it matter? You're like,
no. No, I'd be like, you want neurodiverse? I'll give you neurodiverse, and then I would just send in these.
This is just a plank of wood with a beard. Wow.
I don't know how to specify conditions without being offensive.
Well, the thing is, like, I don't know the specific condition, but like Santa is more of a listener.
I only know autism.
You're like correcting the kid. No, you don't want that. That's a terrible toy. Trust me, this other train is way better than the one that you wanted.
Stop counting the amount of gifts I want.
Just list the price of all the presents you ask for. I want a pony. Well, you know that costs $5,800, right? And then feeding them every year. Jesus.
This is why I didn't want to specify.
Let's go over each different neurodiversity and how they would perform as Santa.
Yeah.
My mind did literally go to like ADD.
That would make a really, really annoying mall Santa. You would try to tell them their gifts, and you'd be like, come on, dude, come on.
Unless they're just like really hopped up on Adderall. And it's just like, and.
Midget Santa? Is midget
That's not
neurodiverse?
neurodiverse.
Because you got the elf.
That's true.
No.
It bumps. It
You
clashes.
could do dyslexic when you give them the list. They just throw it out.
Trying to go over the naughty list. And
Jesus Christ.
What are these names? Are these all Arabs or something? What the fuck is this?
Who the hell is Ted? Like, no, I'm Ted. Right?
Correcting Santa? No present. Really defensive, dyslexic Santa.
Give me the cookies. Yeah, we could go with some of the more, so like dyslexia, ADD.
Some of them are what?
The more,
I'm dyslexic.
no.
Are you saying I can't be a mall Santa?
No, I'm saying some of the less extreme neurodiversities.
Oh, mine's not good enough for you?
I don't say good. I would say Doug. Got him.
Good. Fuck you, Nathan.
Just want you to understand the insult. Neurodiverse Santa. Just seeing the petition would be insane.
No one has signed it yet.
I thought we were all gonna buy.
No, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Children. Psychopathy is like a it's like a legit, that's like a diagnosable thing.
Like schizophrenia?
Oh, that's, Santa who's hearing voices.
Manic, a bipolar Santa. It's just really good half the time.
Yeah.
And then,
Over the course of me telling him my gifts, I went on and off the naughty list like 10 times.
Yeah, right. That's how you tell if he's naughty or not, if the kid is good or bad, is if depending on what manic episode. Just extreme anxiety.
Yeah. I'd like a basketball. How am I going to get that? I don't know. Oh, they're going to be sold out. Fuck. Oh, I'm such a piece of shit.
I need to go to the store right now and just throws the kid off of him.
OCD, right lap. If you don't go on the right lap, a fire is going to break out.
If I was a parent and the Santa had a preference in which side, like part of the lap he wanted you to sit on, I feel like I would take my kid.
And the Santa would be like, no, you don't understand. It's my erection always goes.
Yeah. I'm thinking of the children.
Yeah, what? Well, yeah.
Wait, what? You're thinking?
There's a misunderstanding.
What's the thing where you hear voices?
That's schizophrenia.
The kid's like, I'd like a puppy. You want to kill your parents? All right.
And you need a knife
If you
to
were
do
good.
it?
Yeah.
Depression.
Didn't even make a list.
Yeah.
Who cares?
You get on his lap and he just cries for 30 minutes about his divorce.
He starts talking to the kid.
Yeah, that'd be bad. I want an easy bake oven. Yeah, that'll make you happy. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, my kid wanted an easy bake oven, and I backed over her with my car. Santa has backstory.
Stick my head in an easy bake.
What about like a hoarder Santa? And you look in his big sack, and it's like receipts.
And he won't give you any presents. He gets like upset with you.
Yeah, he's like, that sounds cool. Puts it in the bag.
It's all mine.
Maybe if it's the Santa's not the sharpest tool in the shed, then the Santa still believes Santa is real, and they're actually a way better Santa.
Does he think he's Santa, or there's another Santa out there?
It's a schizophrenic Santa who specifically believes that they are actually Santa. So they're great. I mean, like, they're great in the role. Because, some like mall Santas are probably like, oh yeah, I live in the North Pole, whatever. But this guy's like, no, I live in the North Pole.
I don't think there are any Santas in the that are like, yeah, I live in the fuck you.
Wow. Yeah. Took this long to reveal I'm Jewish. That's crazy. For the rest of your life, masturbate with your non-dominant hand or wipe with your non-dominant hand.
I still use toilet paper, though, right?
For both.
For both?
Yeah. You're turning to Nick. I still use.
So just never masturbate again, because I'm not going to.
What are you right or lefty?
Yeah, I can't do it with my lefty. I probably get more work done. You know what? I'll take the masturbation with the non-dominant hand. I'll become a very successful person.
No, I would do non-masturbate with, and then I discover edging accidentally.
Accidentally, you know what it is.
Yeah, but there's one thing to like know and to know.
To
experience.
Yeah, as someone who's edged before, I understand what you're saying.
Knowledge is something you can explain, but wisdom is something you earn through edging.
I think that was Plato. Yeah. Right.
What would you pick?
I think I would be fine masturbating with my left, just because wiping is just too important. Like, you gotta. It's actually important to get the job done correctly.
Yeah. Plus, I get shit on my hands wiping like 1 out of every 4 times as it is.
But you can make mistakes with wiping and wash it away. If you can't, like my left hand just isn't.
There
powerful.
are no mistakes masturbating.
How bad are you with your left hand? You were just miming it fine.
Yeah, I'm not fat. I'm not good.
When you did this, I was like, you masturbating right now? Are you jerking it right now on the podcast in front of your brother? Damn, man.
Realistically, I'd pick the wiping one. It's not even that big of a deal. How bad are you at wiping with your left hand?
I've never done that. I've never done.
I've never done that either.
Masturbating I've done as like, can I do this?
I would forget the toilet paper. I'm
look
so
at this new lady.
Yeah. I'd forget to grab toilet paper. I would just go in like, I knew I forgot something.
Your right hand's holding toilet paper, but your left hand's just in your ass.
Oh, well, this is embarrassing.
God damn it! Not again.
Wipe your hand off with the toilet paper, throw it away.
I would wipe my ass with my left hand and then wipe my left hand with my right hand.
Yeah,
which is the skilled
Yeah,
one.
because that's technically allowed.
And then
right?
that was also crazy. I, would masturbate.
Yeah, with your left poop hand.
Yeah, it's a weird day for me.
So the guy in front of you like buys your coffee for you, and he's like, the one thing I ask is just that you pee it forward.
That you pee it forward.
Yeah, that's what he says. Yeah.
Are you saying like, do you not even accept the coffee?
You can do whatever you want. That's just
Right.
what he hands you the coffee, and that's what he says.
You could pee it forward. That's like a terrible pun. That's not even a good pun. Just
Yeah,
another
I know.
word that starts with P.
Yeah, well, he didn't try that hard. He had a tough day at work, and he had to think of questions. And
I would stop him. Be like, what the fuck did you just say to me? You meant to say pay it forward, right, sir? No, pee it forward.
What if he got really insecure about it and was like, no, I meant pee. He was like trying to be silly.
I would beat the fuck out of this guy.
And he's just like explaining it. He's like, no,
Yeah.
because it's also pay is like the letter
Yeah, it's
A,
like-
and then there's P, the letter E.
And
like,
his chin's clearly weak, and he's nervous.
Why don't you pie it forward, you fucking fat ass?
Jesus Christ.
I mean, in real life, what would I do? Just like me as a person?
Yeah.
I would fake laugh. I would be right on board. I'd invite him to my wedding. Yeah, no, I would be fine, totally
your
fine.
wedding?
Yeah.
What if someone else did it to him? He's
Doing-
nervous too, so he's like continuing
the-
the bit.
yeah, you're
What
the
if you
third guy
drink
in
the
line.
coffee and he's like, now pee your pants? That's what I was saying. Do it. You drank the coffee and that was a tacit agreement. Piss your pants for me right now. I have a thing.
I would pee my pants if I looked down and he had peed. If he had peed his pants, I
No,
would
he didn't pee his pants. He's paying it forward. He paid for your coffee. You pissed for your pants for him.
Well, the guy before him said pay it
So-
forward.
Oh, sure. He's covered in...
Yeah.
He's covered in pee
I
and
did
out.
it, so you'll do it. Do you think in real life, if a guy really got in your face and was like, pee your pants right now, and like wouldn't drop it, would you?
I don't think I'd be able to. Peeing is a weird thing. Like, I can't pee on airplanes. I can't pee when I'm nervous.
Dude, I used to have, when I was in college, I had this friend that really liked to, like, we get really drunk after parties and go out. We go, like, pee on, like, shit. And I don't know how to describe this. We just, like, we would do public acts of urination, like, on things. Like, we had a...
Like on each other in your room and stuff?
No, like, we had a, like, our
It
frat
is public in the sense that we filmed it.
Yeah, our frat had, like, a bench, you know, that, like, we painted with our stuff, and we'd pee on that, or, like, the Mason, or, like, certain Mason buildings and shit. And he would always be really pushed for it. And then we'd get there, and I would start to pee, and he's like, I'm actually really nervous. So then I would pee and have to wait, like, 30 minutes for him to
He would
urinate.
just insist. I was like, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
This is my
he would
Everest.
get both of us really hyped up. He's like, no, this time will be different. And then we get out there and fucking
I have
sitting there
trouble-
for 20 minutes. I'm like, we're actually gonna get caught by the cops because you're taking so fucking long to urinate. And he's like, well, just don't look. And it's like, why'd you ask me to come? Why is this a team thing?
Did you say Mason? What Freemasons?
No, George Mason.
George
George
Mason.
college. Yeah, we were
This part of the,
Freemasons.
they're they have rituals.
We had to lift up all of our robes.
and urinate.
Yeah, set our scepter down.
I have what your friends. I was at the Mets game yesterday,
Oh,
and there was
really?
like the public urinals, and I take forever, and people get pissed off. There's a line.
That probably makes it take longer.
Makes it take longer.
People are
Sometimes
like-
I just don't pee. Sometimes I
Do you fake it?
Yeah.
Is it?
But I really go overboard. Yeah, I make the noise.
Is it?
Oh, what a pee!
So much piss.
Yellow. You know, you always pee.
Brown liver failure. What?
Is it weird to say that I think I perform better when other people are watching? I'm like, dude, my stream is really solid right now.
There's a lot of people in the bathroom. You don't even make it to the urinal. Oh, I pissed my pants again.
I'm just
I'm just
good.
a people pleaser.
You're at the urologist. You have a problem that you can't pee. You're like, yeah, the solution is bring in the nurses.
Like a classic bit, but my friends from college do this. Whenever there's one guy at the urinal and there's two urinals, they both go on either side and they both look at each other while the guy's peeing, and they're like, "This guy's got a great dick."
I don't know that bit. That's very funny.
You never heard that?
No, that's great.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, he does have a great dick. Goddamn. And just never talk to the guy. Woo-wee. My dick's
Have the
tiny.
headphones in and be talking on their phone to each other.
Hello? Yeah, dude, this guy.
Yeah.
Huge dick.
No, I'm on the phone with someone. Yeah.
It's not you.
That's my mom.
You guys know the story of Prometheus bringing down fire from the heavens and giving it to people?
I'm actually reading a book right now called about Oppenheimer.
Hey, man, we're doing the question right now. Hey, man, we're doing something else.
Let me finish. It's called Horton, Here's a Who, and it's really interesting. It's about Oppenheimer, the guy who led the Manhattan Project. To make the
that
atomic
new
bomb.
Christopher Nolan movie.
Yes, so the book that the movie is going to be based on, and it's
No, I think it's based on history.
No, it's a movie. We didn't actually drop...
Oh, like they base it on the biography. Listen, man.
Oh,
I could have said the same thing to you about Horton, Here's a Who.
Actually, I had another question that's about this. If you had to come up with a different naming convention for nukes besides Fat Man, is Fat Man a little boy?
Something like that.
It's only the first two. After that,
They're not named, though. So you get to pick, like how hurricanes or whatever, ships or women, you get to pick the naming convention for nukes. Pretty funny to name it after, like, your buddy's mom or something.
like...
So the next nuke is Judy Castellucci. For Jonathan's like, dude!
Little boy.
Little boy and Fat Man. It's like vague descriptors of men and boys.
You just
Get real specific.
I was going to say, get really descriptive names of...
This one dude I saw at the mall with the gross teeth.
The only reason why I mentioned it, by the way, the name of the book is called American Prometheus or something like that, because he brought the fire. He brought the fire. Yeah.
Oh, so my actual question. Prometheus comes down and brings fire from the heavens to the people, and the people aren't into it. They're like, you stole that. You're Prometheus. How do you react to humanity not being into fire?
I have to sell fire to
You're
them?
pitching them fire, and they're like, well, it's warm. I have a blanket.
You're like, oh, you don't like it? And you just hit one of them with it. And then you just keep hitting them with it until people start listening.
I think
make a
that
big
would
noise.
have an adverse effect. They'd be like, this shit sucks.
No, dude, it's kind of like how who was the guy that invented the light bulb?
Edison.
Ayn
Edison
Rand?
used
Were you
to-
about to say Ayn Rand?
That brought fire to capitalism. No, it's about how Edison used to shock elephants. You got to get people's attention. Any
Right.
publicity is good publicity. Burn a few people.
No, but you know what Edison did? He had the shocking the elephants was his competitor. So he was showing that like the competitor
What's the competitor to fire?
was ice. I don't know.
Yeah, not fire, just
Not fire.
shivering. Yeah, a guy's trying to pitch shivering. No,
So what are the good things about fire? Cooking.
What are some man things? How are you going to convince men?
Men. Oh.
Yeah, because you said cooking.
yeah, right.
You got to come on.
Prometheus, what are
No,
you
I mean,
saying?
like-
What are you
I mean,
saying,
just-
Prometheus?
Yeah.
I mean like professional chefs. I don't mean like just like as a hobby.
I'll be the people of Earth not into fire, and you guys pitch me fire.
Okay.
And I'll give you my retorts.
Hey, I got this thing that I found from the gods. Zeus gave it. Zeus
Did he give it to you?
No,
you
I mean-
stole it. You look guilty.
No.
You're
no.
a Titan. I'm not saying all Titans steal, but
Well, I stole from the
There's
god.
a lot of poor people actually do a lot of theft. It's like a poor person thing.
oh,
No.
are you also being the
Yeah,
people
I'm-
of Earth?
yeah,
Okay,
I'm-
you're
It just doesn't like it.
He just drops the enough. Fuck you, Ben.
I came down with you, but I changed sides.
Immediately.
I was like, you know what? Fire does suck. There's
right.
so many other gifts we could have brought.
That's the story, that it was really Prometheus and another guy, and the other guy, Silvetius.
Actually, this is gay, dude.
All right, got it from the god. Yeah, I stole it from the gods, but I stole from a god. That's impressive. That's impressive to steal from
We're
a
not
god.
gonna fuck you because you stole.
Yeah.
Totally question your motive. Yeah, all right, dude. Snake oil salesman
Found
over here.
fire.
Yeah. But it doesn't even work, but it's not hot.
Okay, so the great thing about this thing, fire, is that there's...
Can't even get through his pitch.
Yeah, right?
Think about it this way. If someone has red hair, okay, and their pubic hair
We
matches...
kill them.
They get sacrificed. And
No, their pubic hair matches the hair on their head. What's like a fun name to call their pubic hair?
You're saying fire crotch?
I'm saying fire crotch.
is that what you're trying to get us?
I'm trying to get
We're
a fire
going,
crotch.
You want us to accept fire and change how we cook and do all of our stuff,
Right.
so that we can make fun of redheads.
Yeah, because of some
better.
Irish girl's vagina.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you guys.
All right, actually, yeah,
I'll
this
take
is
it.
making
Yeah.
sense.
Give me all of the fire.
No
gay.
Calgary hockey team without this.
I don't know what
the
that.
great city of Calgary.
I don't even know where Calgary is. Is it a Canadian thing?
It's a Canadian. There's going to be a band called Earth, Wind, and Fire.
You don't want a band called Earth and Wind. That sucks.
Yeah, Earth, Wind, and Shivering. They're way funkier. A lot more vibrato. That's kind of clever, huh?
I don't think it's a good product. I can't.
Prometheus just puts it out. I'm sorry, guys. This is
fucked up. Hanukkah. I don't know.
Do they catch Prometheus for stealing the fire?
Oh yeah,
They
no.
make him like carry the earth, right?
No,
No,
that's
that's
Atlas.
Atlas.
No. His thing was the falcon or vulture or something. Is like eating at his heart.
God, that's a really
For stealing
fucked up-
fire?
Yeah. No, this one's
jeez.
terrible. Yeah.
It's so easy to make more fire too. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, do the gods not have it anymore?
Or they don't have any fire. They're like, that's the one fire we made.
Yeah, his fire is not zero sum. Shut up.
Fire's like bad in a lot of ways, to be honest. I've totally switched teams by this point.
Yeah, you're anti-fire.
Destroyed Chicago.
Their pizza kind of sucks though.
But if you're a Mets fan, that might be a good thing.
Their pizza guys.
Like if they burn the whole city, that's fine.
That's why their pizza's like that. It's more fire resistant.
Yeah.
Like a New York pizza
Right.
would just go up.
yeah.
Right,
they actually
right.
used to have very thin slices, and then after the fire, they're like, we have to make safer pizza. And like, should we?
Yeah, they're like, there's
reinforce-
no pizza. It's all, and my wife, but there's no pizza.
Yeah, like, should we make fire escapes? No. Just get the pizza good. That's the thing where we really lost here today.
Really thick. Yeah.
It's
and
so
the sauce
thick.
on top. Why does that matter? Just trust me. You need the sauce.
The last line of defense against the fire.
It's the last line. The fire's confused because it's the same color. It doesn't know. It thinks it's his friend. Greeks had a lot of good stories.
Yeah.
A lot of good stories. Atlas was a good one. But what did Atlas do that was bad? I can't remember why he was punished.
I thought they tricked him.
They do
They're
that classic, like where you hold this for a second and just leave.
They leave and
but
they
it's
never.
everything.
Yeah, and he's
Actually, I was done with that.
and he's just too meek to put it down. He's like, no, they're coming back.
Atlas shrugged. Ayn Rand.
Back to Ayn Rand. Back to the woman who invented the light bulb.
He brought fire to capitalism. It's great stuff.
Brought fire to capitalism. Gave it new life.
What if masturbating was an Olympic sport? Would you go for speed or distance?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
how far you come, or how
Maybe
fast
distance
you
because
come?
then it's a young man's game, which is like any Olympic.
I feel like you go speed. I think
How
that's
fast
where
you can come?
Yeah, it's like you don't know any marathon runners, but you know who Usain Bolt is. If you can come the fastest on the world, people will remember that. But if you come the farthest, people won't stand near you.
That's true. But it would be impressive if you were able to time it for a perfect 26.2 minutes.
I do think it would.
Oh, sure. If you had to call your shot,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I
corner
will
pocket.
come in
Yeah.
precisely 17 minutes.
Do you think you could use it as a threat if you were the longest comer?
Yeah. Back up.
I can go even farther. Keep going.
It'd be funny if you're just taking a random photo of someone. Just like, no, back up. No, I could still come on you for this. Just back up. What? Why'd you say that?
What's that thing where you try to jump over a
Pole vault.
pole
like a pole
vaulting,
vault.
but it's cum where you try to get it up and over?
Yeah, like it would be like pole vaulting, where eventually somebody would come up with some crazy new technique. I masturbate backwards and I come way harder.
You know what's not bad? Like, you know how they have the like hurdles and running and stuff? You just incorporate masturbating into an already established sport.
Oh,
Yeah,
that'd be
but
nice.
There's the
Skiing,
skiing, and then you shoot with a rifle, and you got to jack.
Or just while you're doing it. Curling? That makes a lot of sense.
Do you think it'd make
Yeah, they may already be doing that. They're not doing a lot.
quadathlons where at the very end you
Right.
just jerk off?
And the guy's just like great at running, swimming, and biking, but it's like, I just can't
I
get
just can't come back.
Winter or summer?
This may already be happening in the special.
Is it winter
Oh,
or
it's the
summer?
summer. That's because it's premier. I feel like the real premier sports are summer
winter
sports.
would be more challenging.
Although
Although one of the long ski jumps, and you got to masturbate before you land.
Do you think it would make gymnastics more fun if they did all those flips and then as they landed facing you, they're just like doing that?
Or if somebody could do it really fast and subtly, like it's a gymnast, and they do all the flips and stuff, and then you don't even know when they masturbate, they land,
hits the
and then
floor.
cum comes down.
Right. And that's,
It showers them as they like, do the bow.
Wow, stuck the landing.
diving is not bad.
I want to try to break the surface tension of the water.
Do it with your cum.
Wow, that was smooth.
The problem is it would make like more physical sports like boxing a little too because they have to wear the
You
gloves
have to have a one-handed defense.
while they're jerking off. And do
Right.
you have to learn how to block a cum shot?
In UFC or any fighting, you know how in sorry for all the analogies, but you know how in like
That's the apology. I'm talking about masturbating as an Olympics.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not keeping it straight for you. But you know how in Quidditch there's the game, and then if you catch the golden snitch, it's just over. UFC should just add like a golden snitch. If you can come while in the thing, you win.
The amount of people that would save from CTE is like amazing.
It'd be good for humanity overall.
It would just be all these people that are really into BDSM. You would see one jacked guy that's clearly trained and one meat guy in leather, just like, yes.
Yeah, but it makes it so like
Do it.
That's fascinating. That's
it would make it interesting, and it would, I think, make UFC more approachable to guys like me.
Like,
Just like running away from Conor McGregor, like no.
You should have Joe Rogan, where he's just like, yeah, this guy is like the strongest guy in the country, but this guy's into some weird shit.
It would
his fingers in his own ass. It's over.
I feel like it would make grappling and choking people out way more intense and fun. That's the part where
suddenly that's like a gambit. You know, you don't know if it's going to work.
Yeah, you're like, oh no, and then you pass out.
Yeah, his airways are totally restricted, just like he planned.
Planning on trying to get him into choking him out, so he's trying to do other stuff, but the guy's trying to grab him and put him around his own neck.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, do it.
Yeah, he's like a kickboxer.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Greeks in the original Olympics had this. Yeah.
I bet all the sports were derived from masturbating in some form or fashion.
Yeah, that was like the Greco wrestling. That's like a move. You like jerk off the other guy to get him distracted.
Because in a lot of ways, I feel like sports is like used to channel aggression and like. I feel like it's
wrestle
linked.
naked and shit. Yeah, that's all part of it.
Yeah. We're athletes.
Would that be
not gay, we're sportsmen.
If the Greeks came to modern day Olympics and they're like, hey, why isn't anyone masturbating just in these sports?
Yeah, what happened?
Excuse me, I have one question. First of all, why are the Greeks so bad at everything? And also, why are they masturbating?
Do you have anything you want to plug?
Yeah, my
For the
podcast.
50 people. My bad.
Oh.
That could be a fun bit. Whenever they start plugging, we just talk over them. So anyway, this has been. Oh, I'm sorry.
But with self-deprecating humor. We're just like, oh, we don't have many. It's like, yeah, but let me fucking.
It doesn't even matter.
My podcast, Give Me a Name. Check it out. Ben
History,
Kirschenbaum.
right?
History. Yes, if you like history.
If you like history, Ben Kirschenbaum.
Oh, it's not where we just give you different names and see how that feels?
Yeah.
Today you're Tony.
Yeah.
Do we like Tony?
Fat Tits McGaylord.
Just calling me names. Some are compliments, some are not. It depends. Thanks so much, guys.
Ben Kirschenbaum, everybody.
All right.
Hoppothetically, episode 45. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Woo.